his walls to the eastern sun, a broken crown, a kingdom undone. Satraps arose and traitors came, but a young king answered in thunder and flame. He crossed the mountains, he bridged the sand, with silver shields and spear in hand. From Media's hills to Bactria's gate, the east bowed down to Antiochos the Great. Raise the standard, sound the horn, the empire lost shall be reborn. Bulls like thunder, bronze like fire, forward rides the empire's sire. Antiochos, Antiochos, lion of the Seleucid throne. Through dust and blood, through spear and stone, he reclaimed the lands once known. Antiochos, Antiochos, let every shield resound his name. From the Indus to the Western Sea, the great king rides to destiny. At Rapia's field the armies met, where sunburned red and spears were set. The fortune turned and Egypt stood, the king rose stronger from the blood. He marched where Alexander led, through ancient roads and kingdoms dead. Kings gave tribute, cities swore, and Seleucid eagles flew once more. Elephants beneath the sky, cataphracts in armor ride, pikes advance in silver light, a moving wall of death and might. Antiochos, Antiochos, lion of the Seleucid throne. Through dust and blood, through spear and stone, he reclaimed the lands once known. Antiochos, Antiochos, let every shield resound his name. From the Indus to the Western Sea, the great king rides to destiny. Across the Arius, cold and wide, the eastern horsemen turned the tide. Through narrow pass and desert flame, no distant land escaped his name. Abanion's heights his banners flew, cold Assyria he won anew. The mountains shook, the enemy broke, as armored riders charged through smoke. Then westward came the Roman blade, a colder power, a new age made. At Magnesia beneath the rain, the king rode hard across the plain. His cavalry crushed the Roman side, too far he chased in royal pride. Behind him broke the phalanx wall, an elephant screamed as kingdoms fall. Yet one lost field cannot erase the miles he marched, the wars he faced. For empires fade and armies die, but deeds like his the years defy. Antiochos, Antiochos, lion of the Seleucid throne, he raised an empire from the dust by iron will and royal trust. Antiochos, Antiochos, the Roman steel would halt his way. The eastern world still knew his crown, and trembled when his host came down. Antiochos, Antiochos, raise the silver shields on high. Let cataphracts darken the earth. was gone, yet through the ages writes his song, where ancient kings and heroes wait. There stands Antiochos the Great. They raised rebel armies and gathered their beasts. Antiochos crossed where the Tigris ran red. Their soldiers deserted, the leaders lay dead. Hermaias ruled with deception and fear, destroying good servants who stood to the king near. But the serpent was struck and his tyranny ceased, and Zeuxis brought wisdom where treachery reigns. Antiochos, king of the sun, he gathered the lands that the weak had undone. With silver shields and elephant's tread, he woke the old empire from ashes and dread. Antiochos, megas in name, a lion of Asia, rider of flame. Though fortune may break and empires may fall, the great king's shadow still towers over all. Seleucids harbor returned to his hand, then southward he marched to Phoenician land. At Raphia his cavalry shattered the right, but he followed too far and surrendered the fight. The center gave way as the war elephants cried, and Egypt stood master when daylight had died. Yet Antiochos rose with a bronze-bound will and turned toward Achaeus in Sardis' hill. His kinsmen had stolen the crown of the west, but Sardis was stormed and the traitors suppressed. Through darkness they climbed where no sentry could see, and Asia was brought to one dynasty. Antiochos, king of the sun, he gathered the lands that the weak had undone. With silver shields and elephant's tread, he woke the old empire from ashes and dread. Antiochos, megas in name, a lion of Asia, rider of flame. Though fortune may break and empires may fall, the great king's shadow still towers over all. Then eastward began the great Anabasis, through deserts and forests and mountain abysses. Arsaces burned every well in the land, but the king followed on with the spear in his hand. At Mount Labus the enemy guarded the height, rolling down stones through the smoke of the fight. But light troops climbed over the mountain behind and broke through the pass that no army could find. At the river areas before break of day, the Bactrian horsemen came charging his way. Antiochos fought at the front of the line, where bronze struck on bronze by the river's red spine. Bactra resisted, but peace ended war. Two-side Demos ruled as an ally once more. Then over the Hindu Kush, distant and grand, the king reached the courts of the rulers of India. New elephants marched in the Seleucid train. Through Persia and Comania they journeyed again. From Syria's shore to the lands of the dawn, the realm of Seleucos was living and strong. Antiochos, child on the throne, and Antiochos marched to reclaim what was known. At Panium the armored cataphracts flew, while the phalanx advanced and the war trumpets blew. Scopus was broken and Sidon was sealed. The soldiers of Egypt abandoned the field, but Raphael lost in defeat and in pain. At Panium Antiochos conquered again. But westward the eagle of Rome had arisen, and Hannibal came as an exile from Carthage. He warned the great king, just strike Rome and its heart, but divided commanders pulled wisdom apart. The Aetolians called him to liberate Greece, yet allies were few and the courage decreased. At Thermopylae Rome came over the height and forced the king back from the Hellenic fight. At Magnesia gathered the strength of his reign, a host drawn from every Seleucid domain. His cataphracts thundered and shattered one wing, but pursuit drew them far from the army and king. The elephants panicked, the phalanx was torn, the silver shield stood until hope was gone. At Apamia the victor took ships, land in gold, and a prince went to Rome as the payment was told. Antiochos, king of the sun, you gather the lands that the weak had undone. With silver shields and elephants' tread, you walk the old empire from ashes and dread. Antiochos, megas in name, a lion of Asia, a rider of flame. Though Rome took the field and the west heard you fall, the great king's shadow still towers over all. Still Syria, Babylon, Media remained, and Antiochos eastward was marching again. In Elymais, seeking the wealth of the shrine, he fell far from home at the end of his line. No Roman commander stood over him there, no eagle flew through the smoke-filled air. He died as he left on campaign in the east, still hunting the strength of the realm he had raised. So sing for the king who would never stay down, who rebuilt an empire and carried its crown from Olan's rebellion to India's gate. Remember the name Antiochos the Great. From Syria, Babylon, Media remained, and Antiochos eastward was marching again. In Elymais, seeking the wealth of the shrine, he fell far from home at the end of his line. No Roman commander stood over him there, no eagle flew through the smoke-filled air. He died as he lived on campaign in the east, still hunting the strength of the realm, sir, the throne. No Rome held Media, the town of the east. They raced rebel armies and gathered their beasts. From Orontes walls to the eastern sun, a broken crown, a kingdom undone. Satraps arose and traitors came, but a young king answered in thunder and flame. He crossed the mountains, he bridged the sand, with silver shields and spear in hand. From Media's hills to Bactria's gate, the east bowed down to Antiochos the Great. Raise the standard, sound the horn, the empire lost shall be reborn. Bulls like thunder, bronze like fire, forward rides the empire's sire. Antiochos, Antiochos, lion of the Seleucid throne. Through dust and blood, through spear and stone, he reclaimed the lands once known. Antiochos, Antiochos, let every shield resound his name. From the Indus to the western sea, the great king rides to destiny. At Rappia's field field the armies met, where sunburned red and spears were set. The fortune turned and Egypt stood. The king rose stronger from the blood. He marched where Alexander led, through ancient roads and kingdoms dead. Kings gave tribute, cities swore, and Seleucid eagles flew once more. Elephants beneath the sky, cataphracts in armor ride, pikes advancing silver.